Do you feel those colleagues come with specific, just to give us some specific sort of approaches that your colleagues, your staff came back from the EGP activities? You mentioned one example. Is there any other? Because the project also highlight a lot about human rights. I know you're also dealing with that the rule of law, together with the environmental issues. Are there do you observe any new knowledge, new tools, new processes that your colleagues are bringing back from the project learning events that they try to,
apart
apply
from
it?
what I said?
Yes.
Yes, for example, the problem of dispute settlement process, you know that between community and the authority always has many disputes in this field about settlement, about displacement of the people, and always carried, always, how say, we see that we have a lot of conflict in this process. But what I learned is that how we can involve it, the community in the process of decision-making process, that they can be involved, participate, and try to find in law which kind of participates we need to stimulate in this process. It was one of the issues I learned from my colleague, because he told me that he discussed a lot with colleagues in the meetings they have. Yes, they had before. Yeah.
Okay, then we will continue, Louis. What do you see as the major sort of changes or results that are coming from, because you mentioned about the dialogue, the dialogue with the other government agencies, with the other stakeholders that seem to have opened up, through the project. Are there any other changes that you observe in your interaction with the other government agencies, or dealing with the issues, whether it's mining, environment, or human rights? Do you feel there are some sort of course it's new, we are still kind of in the beginning of the process, but can you think of anything that sort of came out, is already different way of addressing certain issues? Any changes?
Yeah, I think change I have seen is the openness of government institutions to discuss about gaps and the challenge of the new legislation we have, and try to invite all stakeholders, civil society and communities to discuss these challenges. I think it's very important, because from that we participate often in the meetings related to extractive industry and the mining industry. I think is a very great step forward in order to implement human rights policies in this field.
How was it before compared to?
It was difficult because it was a secret of the state. Many taboo. We never heard something about industry, mining, contracts, and even participation of the community was a challenge. Okay, although all our rulers was saying that participating is promoted, but in fact we never seen environment of discussion this kind of issue. Now we can discuss. As you know, we're here with government officials also. Yeah, it means that we have opportunity to discuss freely and openly these issues.
Do you know before? Did you know them?
Only Janeiro.
Yeah,
but other colleagues the first time. Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry. And I know also Elsa. Yeah, because she was my student at university.
Oh, really?
Yes, before. Yeah, but as member of this group, no. The first time we have this dialogue on mining industry. Yeah.
Thank you. Do you feel a lot of the activities, at least what you heard from your colleagues and from your staff, that they have been participating in events, how much of those activities give the space to address the challenges you are facing in Mozambique? Do you feel it is, is just bringing good practice from elsewhere, or do they create a space? Do you feel there's enough space in the project to voice your concern that is specific to Mozambique?
Yeah. Okay. What I feel is that we here get experience, but we need to adjust in our reality because we have a culture and traditional habits different, very different, and the most important is how apply this experience we have in our community. And the first step is dialogue. If we have a dialogue, I think is easy to implement in our own way what we are learning here. So I think we have a space, yes, as I mentioned before. We have a space because we talk a lot. We have a space for the debate. So it's important to change what we need to change in our country.
And the question is also the next one related, because they're in each four countries, they form the project working group.
Yeah.
I don't know if you yourself or your colleagues will sit in the working group, and your staff sit in the working group, EGP.
Yeah.
They have a project working group in each of the four countries.
Okay.
Right. Do you participate in those discussions?
You are today?
No, back in Mozambique, because in each in Kenya, Mozambique, Colombia, and Mongolia, they have a project working group.
Yeah.
They discuss, I think sometimes they meet every couple of months or quarterly.
Yeah.
So I believe there's the same setup in Mozambique.
Yeah.
What have you heard about the performance of this group? Is this group working well? Because I believe you have staff sitting also in
I
that,
heard
no?
maybe a little about that. Not so much. Yeah, because as I mentioned, it's the first time I participate. From my colleague, I didn't hear anything special about the environment of the group, because we are not talk about this kind of issues. But I can say that recently when I joined the group, I realized that the environment is very good, because they sent me a lot of information, what they are doing, what expecting from me as a member of the commission. So I know that they are working together, and they often meet each other and discuss the challenges which they faced in this sector.
How important do you see this multi-agency working group?
Yeah, I think it's important because, we are talking about environment problem. Environment problem, we have not a border, we have not limits, it's not countries, the problem of the world. If we bring more people inside, will be benefit all over our community, especially in Africa. Africa special, I think we need more people together, because we have a weak legislation and a weak culture of environment problem. Our institutions also are very weak, so we need to strengthen our relationship in order to have a strong voice in our continent. I think it's good.